control and understanding how the human species is being manipulated, because I think we have to see it in order to break free from it. We have to understand how our enemies operate. So that's why I'm super interested. A population that is completely, glued to the television, not realizing why they're having such a hard time getting up and walking away from it.
That's right. Yeah, it's become just such the social norm to do that, and so socially acceptable that, and not just in our country too. Of course, it's pervasive here in the United States, but this is a global mind control effect that we're.
Yeah, and I'm wondering. So I wonder if from the beginning television was intended to be a mind control device.
It absolutely was. Indeed, the television always was a mind control device.
That was its intention from the very beginning.
Television was designed to be a weapon to hypnotize people. So your subconscious mind takes over. And your subconscious mind takes in all of the information. It does not have the ability to look at it rationally or logically. It just takes everything in and saves it. So you get all of this information embedded in your subconscious mind. Now, this flicker rate, what it does, it puts you into a light trance state. 15 to 30 seconds before your brain waves are changing from a normal theta wave state to an alpha wave. And an alpha wave is a light trance state. And the more you watch TV, the deeper you go. You go into a theta state, and then a delta wave, which is a very, very deep subconscious state of mind. In Nazi Germany, they were also working on the TV, and they were spending a lot of time and effort doing experimentation on the human psyche and human behavior and how to control human behavior. They actually showed the Olympics, the 1936 Olympics, to 150,000 Germans at 28 different viewing stations in Berlin. They got to watch the Olympics on a widescreen TV, and I believe it was about 40 inches wide. So that's a pretty huge TV screen for 1936. These Nazi scientists ended up coming over to the United States through Project Paperclip, and they got top jobs in the underground laboratories, also scientific laboratories that are above ground, and academic institutions. Well, these Nazi scientists just continued their work over here in the United States. In 1977, there was a Senate hearing. They wanted to look into what the CIA was up to. Well, the CIA had a project called MK Ultra, and this was all about mind control. They had 144 projects they were working on, and 7 of them were dedicated to hypnosis.
In this case, let's talk about satanic rituals or the images of war and the destruction of the earth, seeing the blowing up of the 9/11 World Trade Towers again and again, watching the BP oil spill again and again, watching the birds covered in oil again and again and again and again. Gets people to focus on these images and thereby create that reality. We don't have our own images anymore. We don't even have an image for our future Earth to be beautiful, except the images that the dark forces are presenting to us right now, and we are feeding them with our attention. So people, we need to understand how we are contributing to a satanic-infested reality by sitting down in front of a TV, certainly by sitting our children down.
And what we're finding out is that television itself is a slightly more subtle form of the same trauma-based mind control. Dissociation is all about that. It's about bringing the consciousness away from the human and putting them in a trance-slave state of mind. A piece of information that is vital to understanding the box that humanity has been put in over a very long period of time. If you use your own alphabet for your language, you are practicing sigil magic. And this is a really great way to illustrate what sigil magic is. A sigil is basically any shape or form that an individual can come up with and you give that form a particular meaning. And that gives it power to do that. Even just one person giving their own unique sigil power gives that sigil power. But if you were to make that sigil acceptable, let's say throughout an entire society, and all the people in that society also think of that sigil the same way and give it the same meaning, now that sigil is extremely powerful. We're given 26 sigils. We call them the alphabet, and we call them more specifically letters. Each letter has a specific shape, and it has a specific frequency. In other words, we pronounce each letter. We're all taught to spell in school and taught to pronounce these sigils in a certain way, or pronounce the frequency of the sigils in a particular way. Absolutely, we've been taught that all of this is normal, that this is what it is, it's all okay, we're just raised this way, we're put into these institutions. We're going to also program into you that magic is Disney World. Magic is just, you know, a fiction. It's just out there somewhere, and there's nothing. Magic, being a reality, is hidden from mainstream society, yet we are all participating in it. And the reason why it's that way is because the Illuminati families want us to participate in dark magic and not realize that there's a much, much more powerful form of magic. It comes from the ability to have an abundance of love and care in your heart and good intentions through your minds, and that is much more powerful than any of the dark magic these Illuminati practice, and that's why they want to keep it secret. They know that if we all practice that and turn our TVs off and stop practicing dark magic, we would turn this world around instantaneously. We can look at it historically too and see that before Constantine, the Christians used the lamb and the fish as basically their signs, and then after Constantine, who, if people want to go research him, they'll understand how horrific of an individual that individual was. The Constantine basically brought warfare and Christianity together, and from that point forward, they used the torture device of the crucifix with the actual Christ, you know, imagery on there being killed on the cross, which is, like you said, it's very twisted.
It's satanic, and it's part of, you know, pedestalizing suffering and martyrdom and all of this stuff that they've programmed our minds with to believe that's what makes us holy. That's what makes us sacred, is if we suffer,
right.
You know, if we're tortured and we accept the fact that we're being tortured. So,
look, we're all scared. None of us knows what's going to happen next. But we've got to have each other's backs. Together we can survive this shit. On our own, we're done for.
Yeah, okay. I guess so.
Good. That's all I wanted to say.
Got him!